Hello, everybody. It's time for the midweek lift. This week we are in Psalm 32. I hope you read it in the book, what Ryan wrote about it, because it's very, very candid, very sincere, very authentic expression in his story, and it's pretty powerful stuff. I just want to hit verses 5 and 6 because, sometimes we talk about wanting formulas, like just tell me what to do, God. Just give me the 1, 2, 3, step A, step B, step C. Just make it easy for me. And, there really aren't any formulas, right? And yet sometimes if we pay attention, sometimes they're there. They're just not really formulas. They're really just common sense things. And here in this psalm, David is just, he's crying out to God. He's sinful, but God has given him grace. And he's wanting that grace, and he's thanking God for the grace, kind of all at the same time. And he says this, there's kind of a 1, 2, 3 there. He says, then I acknowledged my sin to you. I did not confess or cover up my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave me the guilt of my sins. So you hear the 1, 2, 3. 1, I acknowledged my sin to you. 2, I confess it to you. And 3, you forgave me. Well, you could say acknowledge and confess might be the same thing. I actually think they're a little different. Acknowledging our sin is when we say, okay, I'll stop, and I'll listen, and I'll think about it. Confessing our sin is when we say, I agree. God, I agree. Confession is simply saying I agree, and linguistically, that's what it means. I agree with what you say about me. God, you say that I am in sin. I agree. You say that what I did was wrong. I agree. So we acknowledge it. We stop sinning. We acknowledge, okay, there's a problem, and we admit, yes, I am wrong. And God forgives us. And he's able to do that because he went to such great lengths to reveal himself through David and to David, and then to send his son to die for us. And so the amazing thing here is that by the end of the psalm, David is saying, rejoice in the Lord and be glad, you righteous. Sing, all of you who are upright in heart. Is David upright in heart? Well, not by nature, because he had to confess his sins. He had to acknowledge his sin, confess it, and be forgiven. But he's upright in heart because God has created a new heart in him. And he'll do the same thing for you. So if you're struggling before the Lord today, just stop, acknowledge there's a problem. Confess, God, you are right and I am wrong. And then realize that he has forgiven you of your sins. I hope you have a great week.